Why do we have taste buds? It's hard to accept sometimes that food can be actually bad for us, especially something like fruit. Like, why do they taste so good if they are bad for us? What is their purpose? Okay, replying. The purpose is to experience life at different frequencies, because all food we eat contains some sort of frequency codes. And we as a high consciousness, as absolute, forgot about who we are in the form to play here, and it's a very interesting game. Judgment that we are suffering is actually not relevant even. The taste is not actually what makes us eat. This is dopamine system, which is willing us to get reward, triggering pleasure and the desire to repeat the experience. Taste buds changing their selves each 14 days, receptors. That's why when we go into fasting, we're dreaming about orange juice, but actually when the taste buds changed and illusion of taste disappears after fasting, we cleanse our perception, we cleanse our body and taste buds. We come back to food and disappointed. Usually orange juice is not as tasty as it was. The same happens when we cleanse microbiome by herbs. We don't have pleasure out of tastes anymore. First of all, it's hypothalamus that activates the dopaminergic system, which is regulated by GLP-1, which is released in the intestines after food. So GLP-1 is a hormone of satiety, feeling of nourishment, that I'm full, I'm fine. And through vagus nerve, it gives signal to hypothalamus, we're fine, we don't want to eat. That's why people who inject GLP-1, they control hypothalamus, and they don't want to have this dopamine released again and again out of fatty and sugary food, most likely sugary fruits. But how to regulate GLP-1 release in intestines without any injections? Through activation of vagus nerve and parasympathetic nervous system. When parasympathetic nervous system is relaxed, the GLP-1 in intestines released naturally, and we don't want to eat. Do yoga, breath work. This is what activates parasympathetic nervous system and regulates the vagus nerve. I have Kriya, Kundalini Kriya for vagus nerve. You feel full, you feel nourished already, and it's inexplicable. When you're anxious, when you have not regulated autonomic nervous system, when you're anxious, when you have overthinking mind, you want to eat. And don't even try to stop eating because it's impossible. I have the course for eating disorders, regulation of eating behavior, and there are meditations for hypothalamus, because hypothalamus is tricking us. It gives us such pleasure out of food, and it kind of fakes us to experience like illusional pleasure through taste buds. Also, another aspect. The gut microbiome directly influences the hypothalamus. Candida, Klebsiella, and yeast forms love sweets. They produce lactic acid that affects the hypothalamus. You crave sugar. Clostridium and certain parasites prefer fatty or meaty foods. They trigger cravings for heavy meals. When the microbiome is cleansed, these signals disappear and the same foods taste flat or uninteresting. This is not just a change in taste. It's a change in the source of desire. It's no longer the parasite that wants, but you. If you want something a little bit, you can eat once a week.